What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today I'm going to be doing the match preview for Barcelona versus Real Valladolid, which is going to be tomorrow, early kickoff. Thank God. I'm tired of these 4 p.m. kickoffs. They're so annoying. And yeah, let's get into the match preview. So before we get into the match preview, I quickly want to talk about the Champions League draw that just happened a few hours ago. I did my reaction. I live streamed it. And Barcelona drew the winners of Chelsea versus Bayern Munich. I also have the picture right here. And the winner, if we beat, it looks like they beat Bayern Munich because they're already up 3-0 in aggregate, so they're going to win it. So Barcelona beat Bayern Munich. We're going to be facing the winner of Olympic Lyon and City and Real Madrid. So it could be possible we have an El Clasico semi-final. Don't see it to be very likely. I do think we're either going to face Juventus or City if we move on. And then the winner of that will face the final of it looks like either Atletico Madrid or PSG. Now the favorites for me are PSG because they're on the easier side. They haven't played a game in over 3 months, which kind of could hinder them, but they're fully fit and ready to go. And they have nothing else to play for but the Champions League, so it's going to be a difficult one for Barcelona. I give us maybe a 20% chance of winning it just because on the factor that we have Messi. Simple as that. If we didn't have Messi, we would have been out a long time ago, so it's going to be difficult. First thing we have to do is beat Napoli, which is going to be at home, which is good. I think it's going to be maybe in August the 8th. And all the Champions League games are going to be really close together. And they're all one-legged affairs. So it's going to be from August the 12th to the 15th are going to be the quarterfinals, which is, as you can see right here. Semifinals will be on the 18th and the 19th. And then the finals are going to be on the 23rd. All going to be super quick succession. Whoever plays on the 12th is going to be lucky because they're going to have almost 4 days rest, which can be really useful, especially due to the fact that all the players are, tired of their skin. Bayern Munich have finished their league now. So they're from now, what's today? July 10th to July 12th. Whole month of rest getting ready for the Champions League, so big advantage for them. So it's going to be a difficult one for Barcelona. We'll obviously talk about it more as we get closer, so don't have to worry about it right now. Now we got to focus on the Liga, so let's get into the actual preview now. So let's look at the league table first. Obviously, Real Madrid are in first place on 77 points, and Barcelona are second on 76. Obviously, to this point as of recording, Real Madrid haven't played yet. They played today in about 12 hours. They play Alaves at home. Should be an easy win for them. So they'll go up to 80 points, which will make it another 4-point gap. Real Valladolid are in 14th on 39 points. Obviously, Real Valladolid are owned by our Ronaldo Nazario, R9, so I guess he has some sort of influence because they're, looks like they're going to stay up. Well, they are staying up because they're almost 14th, so league table not looking good in terms of Barcelona. Obviously, the good news is that Espanyol are relegated, so some positives that to look forward to. And yeah, Champions League places for Atletico and Sevilla are getting tighter and tighter. Villarreal right behind them. I know that Villarreal played Real Madrid was probably Real Madrid's last difficult game. That's probably our last chance of Real Madrid dropping points. So looks like the title's in Real Madrid's hands. I think Villarreal is their next game. If they don't drop points in that, I think it's done and dusted out here. But let's do our job first. Let's handle Real Valladolid. Now let's look at Real Valladolid's last game. They lost on Tuesday 2-1 to Valencia with Lee scoring the goal and Maxi Gomez. Victor Garcia scored the goal for them. The formation's on the screen now. They play a 4-2-3-1. I know Nacho, the left back, is okay. Jordi Masip, obviously former Barcelona goalkeeper, was with us when we won the treble with Luis Enrique. Unal was a decent striker at Villarreal. Now he's on loan at Valladolid. I guess their main threat is Hatem Ben Arfa. Obviously, you probably know him. If you don't know him, then you're living under a rock. Their bench looks pretty weak. Only player that they have that's on the bench that's decent is Sandro Ramirez, who obviously played for Barcelona. Same season with the 14-15 season. He's a threat. He scored against us when he was at Malaga in the 16-17 season. So that's why we all hate Malaga to this day. But yeah, Espanyol will be joining them in the Segunda, so that's some good news as well. So yeah, not really much on my Valladolid. Very low team in La Liga. Only a few players that can cause some trouble, so shouldn't be a problem. Let's get into Barcelona. Let's talk about Barcelona now. Obviously, Barcelona's last game was on Wednesday. 1-0 win against Espanyol. Suarez with the goal. So it looks like Valladolid will have one more day rest than us. I don't know, whatever. Ansu Fati with the red card as well, which means he's going to be suspended for this game, but it is only a one-match ban, which is good. Lineup is on the screen now is Ter Stegen, Semedo, Piqué, Lenglet, Alba, Roberto, Busquets, Rakitic, Messi, Suarez, Griezmann. Now, I do think we're going to see a similar team to that just due to the fact that I just seen the matchday squad now, and it's looking really small because now Barcelona B is back. They're having their playoffs soon, and not really a lot of Barcelona B players are being called up. Obviously, Ricky Puig is there, so don't need to worry about that. In terms of the subs, we're going to have a lot less subs now because I think it's only 18 match day squad, which is, pretty small in terms of, coronavirus. I think we're allowed up to 23. So a lot of cuts, a lot of new injuries with a lot of players coming back from injury, which is good, which we'll talk about soon. And yeah, the Espanyol performance overall wasn't the best. We're hoping for better against Valladolid. I hope that we stick to the same way we played, have maybe Messi behind Griezmann and Suarez, because they're probably all going to start, just due to the fact that Suarez and Griezmann were both subbed off. They both, got a fair amount of rest. So we could maybe see Roberto right back, because Semedo hasn't been performing that well. And maybe start Ricky Puig in midfield alongside Busquets and Rakitic. Do I think Vidal will get the start? I don't know, just maybe because Rakitic had a decent performance, but, a lot of sideway passes, a lot of backward passes in that game. And Vidal is more of a forward attacking-minded midfielder, so a lot of decisions to be made by Quique Setién. So it's time now to react to Quique Setién's press conference ahead of the game against Valladolid. And I realized today was that I woke up early just because of the Champions League draw. I was going to watch the press conference, and I realized now you have to pay for it. It's now on Barcelona TV, and you have to pay for it. Really ridiculous, but it is what it is, so... Setién started off with talking about the Champions League. He says it's good to know, the opponents who they are from now a month early. But we must first focus on beating Napoli. We play at home, which is fair. And then he talks about Artur. Artur is true that he isn't having minutes lately, but he can have them in even more. So since the personal players are not going to be here, we are going to need all of our players. So that's why the squads have been a lot smaller now, because all the Barcelona B players are going back because they have huge playoff games to get into the Segunda Division. Talked about Frankie de Jong's injury. Said Frankie de Jong is doing quite well, but we thought it would be better for him to stay at home and train, so he's excellent feelings for the next game. Rumors were that he's going to be included in this game. Setién just decided to give him an extra game, just to be on the safe side. Talks about after La Liga, we're going to take a few days off to rest and disconnect. Then we'll get back to work, and it's possible to play friendly games to prepare for Champions League, which is what a lot of teams do. Take a break, come back and play a little, warm-up games beforehand. Has a lot of praise for Sergio Roberto. He said he's a player who is very versatile. He can play in any position and do well in it. For coaches, it's a relief to have a player of his characteristics. I'm trying to get my words out. A lot of players like this, like Sergio Roberto. I think another good example of a player like Sergio Roberto would be Fernandinho at City. Can play anywhere in the field, probably anywhere but striker and on the wings. But Sergio Roberto can play anywhere. I've seen this man play right back, left back, center mid, CDM, left wing, right wing. Only place I haven't seen him play is striker and goalkeeper. So Roberto, world class. Talks about Umtiti. He says Umtiti, even the doctors have no idea about when he can return to play with us. Just shows how medically inept the medical staff is at Barcelona. Absolutely woeful medical staff that we have. Everyone's getting injured. No one knows when they're coming back. Terrible medical staff at Barcelona at the moment. He says, I would like to play the Champions League I would like to play the game against Napoli with the fans, but it can't happen, so I can't complain. So, talks about a lot of rumors that we're going to get fans for the Atletico Madrid game. We didn't. They're really pushing for net fans, like 30% capacity of the Camp Nou for Napoli game, but it's not going to happen. So just another final few quotes of Quique Setién's press conference. Talks about how the inspiration and efficiency against Villarreal very, very well, but frankly we should play more like that more often, saying, we have a lot of lackluster performances and needs to be changed soon. Talks about how Griezmann, since his position change, has been performing at his highest level, which hoping now he realizes that he's not really he should be playing on the wing, should be more down the middle, which is some good news. He says that the team is physically fit today, and there should be no excuses in terms of their fitness because they're all physically and ready to go. So following Quique Setién's press conference, the matchday squad was released. It's on the screen now for you. It is Ter Stegen, Semedo, Piqué, Rakitic, Busquets, Suarez, Messi, Neto, Lenglet, Griezmann, Alba, Braithwaite, Roberto Vidal, Junior, Ricky Puig, Ronaldo Araujo, and Arnau. and I believe he's one of the young forwards that we have in the Barcelona and Juvenile A team. So the interesting things are three things. One, De Jong not fit yet. He'll probably most likely be fit in the match day squad for the next game. Junior's back, fit and ready to go after his hip injury, which he missed the last 2 games. And Artur Melo is injured and he's out for just this game. Hopefully it's not a serious injury. Barcelona saying it's not serious, just going to miss this one game, which is going to be a big loss now because now we have only 4 midfielders in Busquets, Rakitic, Vidal, and Ricky Puig. Roberto could play there too, but 5 midfielders for a 3-man position is not good. Hopefully Artur can come back. He talks about it was in the press conference how Artur's not getting playing time. That's because we sold him. Simple as that. But now he's going to get more playing time since we don't have that many midfielders. And Pjanic is not in for Barcelona yet, so that's the matchday squad. Only those 3. So let's get into Etienne's predicted lineup. I'm going to try to predict this team, what I think he's going to go with. In goal, I believe he's going to go with Marc-Andre ter Stegen. No questions asked. Right back, I think he's going to go with Sergio Roberto. Just because Semedo's had a lot of, not good performances in the past few games. Right center back's going to be Gerard Piqué. Left center back's going to be Clement Lenglet. And left back, I think he's going to go with Junior Firpo. I just think that Alba is looking tired. He's played a lot of games, especially back-to-back with no rest. At least Semedo's been subbed off in a few games, so he hasn't, played the full 90s. But Jordi Alba must be knackered. So Junior's fit. He's ready to go. I think he'll play him. In the holding position in the midfield, I would go with Sergio. I think he's going to go with Sergio Busquets. On the right of midfield, I think he's going to go with... It's between Rakitic and Vidal. I think he's going to go with Rakitic. I just think, he did okay against Espanyol. Don't break anything that's not broken. On the left, I think he's going to go with Ricky Puig. I think just because of how slow the midfield was the other day, he has to start Ricky Puig in this game. Fully rested, didn't even come on against Espanyol. Surely in for a start. Up front, he's going to go with MSG, Messi, Suarez, Grisou. Only 4 we have on the bench is the Barcelona B-man and Braithwaite. Don't see them starting in a game where we need points. Maybe Braithwaite could come in, maybe for like a Suarez or a Griezmann, but too big of names. Everyone needs to get match fit and prepare for Champions League. Get their focus right, their finishing right. Don't see them starting it. But the thing is to note is that Braithwaite is not allowed to play in the Champions League. So if Case Etienne wants to rest them, he needs to start playing Braithwaite a lot more. I think he should be starting in the last few games because we got a lot of games coming up and Braithwaite can't even play in the Champions League. So the only sub forwards we'll have during that time is Ansu Fati. And that's it. So MSG are going to be starting the whole Champions League. So I see why he wants to play them now. Get them together, get their connections well. So we'll see anyway. So yeah, that's my Case Etienne predicted lineup. So let's get into my lineup, what I would do if I was the Barcelona coach. In goal, I would go with Marc-Andre ter Stegen. At right back, I would also go with Sergio Roberto. 2 center backs would be Piqué and Lenglet. And left back, I would also go with Junior Firpo. Same reason Case Etienne. Alba's played a lot of games. I think Firpo should come in. Semedo hasn't had the best of performances in the last few games, so I think he should, drop out for Roberto. Piqué and Lenglet are such a strong partnership, so I don't want to break that up. Same with ter Stegen in goal. So yeah. In midfield, I would go with, in the holding position, Sergio Busquets. On the right hand of the midfield, I would go with Arturo Vidal. And on the left, I'd go with Ricky Puig. Now, the reason I'd go with Vidal is just because he's way more attacking than Rakitic. Rakitic would, 9.5 out of 10 go with the safe pass than the, risking an attacking pass. Vidal's always risking. He doesn't care. And that's what everyone likes about him. So I'd go with Vidal just because we're going to have more chances to go up front. And in the 3-4 positions, I would go with... I'll go with in the cam role, kind of behind the 2 strikers. I'd go with Griezmann, and up top, I'd go with Suarez and Braithwaite. I'd obviously bring Messi on if we're losing or we're drawing, but I do think Messi deserves the rest. This man has played every single minute of every single game so far. Only other player who has done it is ter Stegen, but he's a goalkeeper, so that's a fine. Shout out to Neto. This guy's probably warming his butt up on the bench. But anyways. I'm just scared that Messi's gonna get some dumb injury from these stupid games and then he's gonna be out for the UCL. It's time to start, last few games, league is done. Just start slowly giving Messi a little bit of rest, because what's the point of playing him and wasting his time with these wasteless, useless games. I just don't see why. So that's what I'd go with. Griezmann, Braithwaite as far as up top. Also, Braithwaite can't play in the Champions League, so might as well get our money's worth for him. Play him in a couple league games. It's not the end of the world, so that's my lineup. Prediction time. I'm going to predict the score. I do think we're going to win, so there's going to be no heart brain prediction for this one. I do think it's going to be a win for Barcelona. I'm going to go with Barcelona winning this game by 2-0. Let me know your score predictions in the comments below. But yeah, I do see it to be very comfortable for Barcelona. Real Madrid not a strong team. Don't have any star players besides maybe Hatta Ben Arfa. Barcelona are too strong for them. Getting prepared for the Champions League now, because you know, like, all the players are going to be at home, right, watching this drum, be like, okay, we need to start stepping our game up. You know, it's going to be difficult, because every team wants to win the UCL, but Barcelona really want to win it. They've been wanting to win it for the past few years. Always fall short. Liverpool and Rome, so they're going to be really motivated now, even due to the fact that they're one-legged affairs, so no away goals, no away advantage, so it's Barcelona's chance to win it without, you know, getting stuffed by away goals and away stadium games. So I'm going to go with 2-0 to Barcelona. Let me know your thoughts down below. That's my match preview for Barcelona versus Real Valladolid. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, comment, hit the subscribe button. See you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. I'll be live maybe around 10 minutes before kickoff. Watch the game together, have a good time, see my reaction to the goals, I guess. I don't know if you're into that, but you know, I thought I'd give it a go. I'm gonna do it for the rest of the season. If it's, you know, no one really likes it, I'll just stop doing it. It's not a big deal. So see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Take care and Forza Barca.